You guys, I'm still shocked over the ending. Like, Rollins, I did not see Rollins turning. Like, Roman, yeah, for sure, of course. I figured Roman would be like the main one to turn. Ambrose, maybe. But Rollins, no, no way. No way. Not Rollins. I mean, Rollins, no. No. So, like, it was awesome. I don't know. I mean, I figured something had to happen, since the match had started. It was already 11:03, and I mean, it goes over at 11:05. So I mean, something was bound to happen. I just wasn't expecting Rollins to turn, but I liked it. However, this could go either good or bad, because now the thing is, what's the explanation on why Rollins turned? So now we have to deal with that, and by next week I could totally hate this whole thing, especially if the explanation doesn't meet what I want it to be, and yeah. So I don't know. This Rollins thing is crazy though, but I like it for now until next week, and then I'll change my mind. Besides that, this was a pretty solid Raw. I mean, we had a bunch of good matches. You know what I'm enjoying though? And I wasn't really sure I was going to enjoy this when it first happened, but I found myself really, really enjoying it. It's the 3MB Los Matadores feud thing, between Hornswoggle, mostly between Hornswoggle and El Torito, but like, I'm really loving it. I just was not expecting to love it when I first saw like the first match, but like, I really, really liked it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't expecting to. What else happened? Lots of good matches. I mean, Bo. This was my first time seeing Bo since he got re called up, this time around, and because I've kind of missed the last 2 weeks of Raw and Payback last night. I had other things to do and kind of forgot. So this is my first time seeing Bo since he debuted on SmackDown like what 2-3 weeks ago, I'd say. This is my first time seeing Bo, and I don't know, man. Like, I love Bo. I've been watching Bo since he first debuted in FCW, what used to be FCW, and I've always liked him. And he's a great wrestler, but his promo skills aren't the best. And I just don't know if I like this gimmick. It's very like Jericho-ish with the whole like attempting to be a face, but the crowd hates you, so you're a heel type thing. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. A gimmick I am loving though is Adam Rose. I'm loving it. I think it's great. That fucking bunny. I think the bunny is what I love most. But I love it. I think Adam Rose is great. He's like the new Fandango, in the way of the crowd and chants and stuff. And speaking of which, where the hell is Fandango been? Wasn't he having a feud with, Summer? I missed a lot in those 2 weeks, didn't I? I know I did. Another thing I missed, Alicia Fox. She's crazy now. I think she was like on the brink of crazy when I last saw Raw, but you know what? She's doing a little crazy, and I love it. I really, really like it. She kind of hadn't found a thing, whether a heel or face, she changes like every week, and she's finally found this like crazy thing, and I really like it. I think it suits her, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Onto the Brie, or actually it's the Brian Stephanie thing. Brie's just this arm candy that's been thrown into the mix. Brie like quit like last night or last week. Sometime. Brie quit sometime. So did Batista actually tonight. Is that a thing? it's gonna be like a thing with Punk. Like Punk quit all those months ago, and now everyone else was quitting, and just I feel like it's gonna be a storyline. I'm sure it's not, but like I feel like it could be. Where's I going with this? Okay, yeah, the Brie is Stephanie thing. Uh, so obviously I think it's gonna end up like with a match between Brie and Stephanie, and I'm kind of there for it, mostly so I can see Stephanie just completely bury Brie. That's all I want. Is just for her to destroy Brie. I mean, I'm sure Brie would probably win, or I'm sure they'll make it that Brie wins or something. But I just want Stephanie to completely destroy her. I don't know. I'm not a huge Brie fan. I actually like Nikki more. I don't know. Sometimes I keep trying to decide which one I like better, but I don't know. Sometimes I like Nikki, sometimes I like Brie. Depends on the week. But actually, compared to Stephanie, none of them compare because Stephanie is the best. I freaking love her. Loved her since I was a kid. So yeah. What else is there? Oh, I had like a revelation tonight. I don't know what it was. I think it was just because like they had a interview with Byron Saxon about this did, and like they just were like crazy, and like I was really loving the segment and really into it or into the interview with Byron, and like the thought that crossed my mind first and foremost that I'm now wishing would happen is for the Usos to feud with the Briscoe brothers. I don't know, man. Like, I think it'd be good. Like, the interview, if they were just, or the Usos interview, they were just like that all the time. You know, the Briscoes are fucking nut jobs. And I would just love to see that. So, that. Do I think it will ever happen? No. But, you know, it could. Maybe one day. Probably not, though. Also, Cena and Stephanie McMahon had a really good segment tonight. And, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want to talk about Raw tonight. I mean, it was a really solid Raw, and I think it was actually a really good Raw. Lots of good matches. Uh, oh, Goldust and Cody have apparently split up, I guess. Which, I mean, it's kind of been in the works for like a month or two now, so I'm cool to see it. I mean, I guess instead of what I wanted, which was a WrestleMania match, I guess we'll get maybe a SummerSlam match, hopefully, with brother versus brother. I'm hoping for at least here. But you guys, what you guys thought of Raw, and what was your favorite moment? Because I just Rollins, I just did not see Rollins like turning. I didn't. So tell me what you guys thought, and yeah.